This is our time.
Hi everyone, I'm Alex from Pony Mag and welcome back to another how-to video. Today we're going to show you how to check your pony's weight and body condition score, and we're going to use Wilson, who is what we call a good doer. A good doer is a term that we use to describe a pony who is prone to putting on weight easily. So the best way to weigh your pony is obviously using a weigh bridge, but this isn't always accessible. If you can't get to a weigh bridge, then a weigh tape is a really good alternative. When you use a weigh tape, it's really important that you use the same weigh tape each time so that you get an accurate measurement. And ideally, you want your pony to be stood on a flat surface and standing as square as possible. Position the tape so that it runs around his middle, from behind his withers to just behind his elbow, and you want to make sure there's no twists in it and that you're not pulling it too tight. So we can see that Wilson here weighs 464 kilograms. So to body condition score our pony, we need to divide his body into sections: his neck, his shoulders, his ribs, his back, and his hindquarters.
There are two types of body condition scoring scales, the first being on a scale of 1 to 9 and the other being on a scale between 0 and 5. Today we are using the 0 to 5 scale. So first we're going to start at Wilson's neck. I'm going to take a firm hold of his crest and then feel for the nuchal ligament. This is a ligament that runs from the base of his skull down to his withers. The nuchal ligament is a really important structure that helps to support the weight of your pony's head. It has two parts, but the part you are feeling for is the funicular part. This feels like a tube which runs all the way from your pony's skull to his withers. Anything above this is just fat. I'm going to feel above the nuchal ligament for any fat pads or deposits. I'm now going to run my hand down Wilson's neck towards his shoulder. There shouldn't be any fat lumps on his neck, but his shoulder should comfortably stop my hand from moving. So I'm going to run my hand over his shoulder as well as behind to feel for any fat deposits. So Wilson has a lovely neck, but because of the fatty deposits behind his shoulder, we are going to score him a 3.5 for this area. Next, we're going to move on to Wilson's midsection. Run your hand diagonally across his ribcage with firm pressure. You want to feel the ribs, but they shouldn't be standing out. I can feel Wilson's ribs, but they do have a light covering of fat over them. If they're really obvious, then we'd score the pony a 0 or a 1, or if you can't feel the ribs at all, then the pony would score a 5. I'm now going to place my hand on Wilson's back and lift it off. As you can see, my hand has a slight arch to it. If Wilson was really fat, my hand would be flat, and if he was really underweight, then my hand would be in a proper triangle shape. So for Wilson's back and ribs area, I'm going to score him a 3. I'm now going to move to Wilson's hindquarters. I should be able to feel his pelvis, but it shouldn't be too well defined. A pelvis that's too well defined would imply the pony is underweight. But if you can't feel the pelvis at all, this would imply that your pony is overweight. And it's the same with his hip bones. I'm now going to run my hand down the middle of his quarters to his tailbone. If there is an obvious gutter, this would imply that there's too much fat on either side. So I can feel Wilson's hip bones, but there's definitely some fat coverage. I can easily feel Wilson's pelvis, but there is a very slight guttering running down to his tailbone. So taking these areas into account, I'm going to score him a 3.5 for this area.
So because Wilson here is at the higher end of a healthy weight, we want to carefully monitor this to make sure he's not gaining any more weight, which could lead to health problems such as arthritis or laminitis. It's really important that you speak to a nutritionist if you're at all worried about your pony's weight, and if you have any concerns about your pony's health, then speak to your vet. Thanks for watching everyone. Have a go at condition scoring your pony and let us know how you get on.